And he is the one who merges the two bodies of water, one fresh and palatable, and the other salty and bitter, placing between them a barrier they cannot cross. How would the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, have known that fresh water and salt water touch but don't meet?
That there's a body of land between them?
No. See, fresh water and salt water, they come together, but they don't mix, right? For example, salt water, like when you have the ocean and you have a river where they touch, but they don't mix. Because if they mixed, then it would all become salty.
So here Ibn Kathir is explaining to us what is this barrier, what is that, and what is the two seas. The fact the Quran is making a mistake, not science, and we will see that immediately. He has merged the two seas. You see, the translation is very funny. I mean, why you are keeping the word in Arabic here? So you need to translate. Marjul Bahrain yaltaqiyan. So there is two seas, which supposedly they should meet. They meet together. Ibn Ziyad, he said, he prevent them from meeting by dividing a barrier he had placed between them. There's a barrier placed between them. Okay, what is that barrier? To separate them, they are separated totally. The two seas are, as you see, the fresh water and the salty water. It's not two seas mixing together as they show us in the picture. So what the Quran consider, the salty water is a sea and the fresh water is a sea, because the one who made the Quran is an ignorant. He think that the fresh water never mix with the salty water, because how come we have a spring of water is fresh, and how come the ocean is salty? So based on this, he think that the two waters, there are two seas, sea of a fresh water and sea of salty water, and God, he made a barrier between them. What is the barrier? Let's see what is the barrier. Here he says, and he who has set free two seas. So set what? Free two seas. Read with me. One palatable and the other one is sweet. Okay, one is salty and the other one is sweet, and the other salty and bitter. Okay, he has set a barrier, a complete partition between them. A complete partition between them. Chapter 25, verse number 53. This is the same one they mentioned in the website. It says here, بينهما برزخ لا يبغيان. Between them there is a barzakh. So what is the secret word in this debate? The word barzakh. So what is the word barzakh mean? Let us say together, and let us get the lies and the liars busted. And you see, if I'm the one who's translating, the Muslim, they will say he's lying. You know, here we go. He put between them a barrier. Between them is a barrier which none can transgress. They cannot transgress. And the drawing they are showing us, based on a scientist speaking, they transgress and they meet actually. Here they don't transgress. That's it. They don't. They cannot. There's a barrier between them. Meaning, he has placed a barrier of land. Muslim, do you see the land? Do you see it? I mean, why people lie? The word barzakh in Arabic is a land. As simple as that. It's not just a barrier, it's a land. So what the Quran is saying, not a scientific discovery, it's a scientific error, because the Quran consider that the fresh water and the salty water never mixed, and Muhammad is claiming that this is a miracle from Allah, because how come we have a fresh water but the ocean is salty? He do not know that the fresh water is coming actually from the ocean anyway.
How would the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, have known that fresh water and salt water touch but don't meet?
The salt water, creating a boundary under the surface where the particles are binding together and dropping down, forming a sediment layer and mixing the two waters together. Now, I have read many comments on videos like this, and it seems there are a lot of people who view this as a religious event, and there is even a reference in the Quran to an event like this. I myself believe it's simple science, with a simple explanation. The fresh water of Fraser River and the salt waters of the Strait both have different density, temperature, saltiness, and different materials in it, causing them not to mix. It's pretty much like how oil and water don't mix. But the waters are absolutely mixing. It just doesn't look like it on the surface. Now I understand people are always looking for miracles of God in everyday events, but the mixing of freshwater streams with ocean seawater is very common.
How would the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, have known that fresh water and salt water touch but don't meet?
But the waters are absolutely mixing. It just doesn't look like it on the surface.
Problem. Khalas. My bad. My bad.
My bad.
Problem. Khalas. My bad. My bad.
My bad.
He'll be here next Sunday. I mean, obviously,
but he's
you
not
can't say
debating.
for
He's
sure.
not debating.
Inshallah, right?
He's not talking to you guys again. Like, he's not gonna like debate or whatever. Like.